Okay, morning guys, welcome to day 4, week 12 of the Guildford City Fitness live stream. Clean your warm up area, grab a drink, and we'll get going with 2 minutes of breaststroke skipping or star jumps. In 2, 1, go.
Matt T is here, morning from Chris Finch, morning from Millie, David, Tegan and Ewan.
How's it going guys?
Morning from Charlie, James and Caroline.
Lost count again. That guy waits to me every morning now, it's getting weird.
No, it's someone down there, babe. I saw them come out, yeah. But it's like right in our eye line.
Okay, stop. Little drink, second round.
Morgan, Elizabeth, Sam, Cam,
2,
Ruben
1,
and
go.
Pearl.
Big turnout.
Good morning, friends, from Ben.
Based on the comments from the training this week, I might have to change our name to Guildford City Boxing Club. The amount of people that have just gone, oh, I just want to do the boxing. It's a fair play.
Morning from Michelle.
How you doing, Michelle?
I liked your video that you did, Michelle.
That's very cool. Watch it if you haven't. This is a long minute. Almost done. Okay, relax. So first thing to do today is a campus lunge. So it's basically 5 on each leg. 1 forward, then diagonal. But as you go diagonal, make sure that your stance leg stays in the same spot. So you're reaching your other leg away from you, behind, swap legs. So as you go down, a bit of stretch on the inside of your thigh. Then stay tall. After campus lunge, you then go in divers. So 3 on each leg. Just make sure you allow some leeway for your knee position, because it's still early. So if you have to ease yourself into it, now's the time. Okay, after the dive, you then got C march. Just stay tall. 3 on each leg. Go as high as you can without leaning. Just get as much rotation through your hip as you can into a water streamline and a scat press. Make sure you lock your elbows straight. Then scat press, and then star jumps to finish. So push your spine as high up as you can get it. Keep your elbows straight. And squeeze all the muscles on the front of your body. And then finish on star jumps. So static strength to start off with. So you go Shoulder tap, straight arm plank, left, press the plank leg sweep, switch to the other side, and then over unders. Grab a drink and then we'll get going. Okay, shoulder taps in 3, 2, 1, go. We have 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off for part 1. Make sure your hips and shoulders stay in line, and then relax to left arm plank. 2, 1, go. If you have to transition into forearm, do that. Take a note of the time so you can match it on the other side as well. Into the last 10 seconds. Okay, and then relax. To 10 off, then you're going to press the plank leg sweep. In 2, 1, go. Start off normal press up plank. Start with narrow taps for round 1. If you want to progress that, just try and keep your foot off the floor, so sweep out, come back with that touch on the ground, and then from there, start to build it up into a full-on leg recovery. And stop into right arm plank. In 2, 1, go. So wrist under shoulder. If your feet are crossed over, make sure your hips don't twist. Can you crack a window, please?
Yes, sorry.
Just always double check how aligned your body is. Last few seconds. Okay, and stop. And then over under to finish. In 2, 1, go. So keep your feet about shoulder width apart. Squeeze your lower back into the floor. The slow and deliberate movement is going to start to condition the muscles on the outside of your hip, as well as your lower abs. You have to readjust and make sure you do. And stop. So 20 seconds rest and you're back into shoulder taps. Take a drink, ask questions if you need to. Two, 1, go. There's still a lot more value in these. If you do a couple of seconds hold, on each side instead of just trying to fire through them. Personally, I find it easier instead of just turning over quickly every time. But it gives your body more time to concentrate on the outcome that you want and relax. Into left arm plank. Okay, and 2, 1, go. Make sure you keep your head aligned as well. Follow my own advice. So hold your neck so you're facing forward the whole time. Last couple of seconds. And relax. Just apply the back sweep. 2, 1, go. So you're almost getting a double dose. It's breaststroke day anyway, double dose of lateral hip conditioning. Halfway through this exercise. Last 10 seconds. Okay, and stop. Into right arm plank. 2, 1, go. Inside plank, make sure you keep pushing your hand down. So especially when you start to get tired, you think you need a break, just try and force your palm down some more, create more stability around your shoulder joint. And then you want to do the same thing with your feet. Drive them down. So for now, my right side, there's a deliberate action from top to the bottom. And relax. And finish off the round with over-unders. In 2, 1, go. So you might find to keep your back pressed. You have to bring your feet a bit higher off the ground. Ideally you want them just hovering. Get a full range of motion. And just keep shuffling your hips backwards so your belly button comes towards your face. So your body gets comfortable with your legs being out at the furthest part of your kick. Relax. You can improve your stability and hopefully improve your force production at that point. So 20 seconds and then into round 3. Okay, 2, 1, go. Back into shoulder taps. Final round of part 1 today. Seriously, the more videos I look at, the more I realise how strict we are on that form. It's just going to make us that much better. Last few seconds. You start to struggle, bring your hands closer and spread your feet. And stop. Left arm plank for round 3. In 2, 1, go. If you start to struggle, break it up. So a good 10 seconds with 3 10-second rounds. There's a couple of seconds off in between. Okay, last few seconds, and then relax. Okay, into press up plank leg sweep. In 2, 1, go. So you're still going to get that conditioning if you do really small taps. So make sure the movement is consistent. And then there's no movement whatsoever at your lower back. So you should be able to concentrate pulling your belly button towards your head the whole time. Okay, and stop. Into right arm plank. 3 10-second break rounds is going to be harder and more beneficial. 2, 1, go. They're dropping in and out inconsistently. And this side feels fine, but just to make sure that I'm even, just take the breaks so both sides stay the same. I'm always actively pushing down. And then stop. Finish off. Top one with over-unders. 2, 1, go. Try and keep your neck relaxed. Keep your pelvis tucked up. If it helps, you can put your thumbs, just get it where it needs to be, place your thumbs on top. It'll make you more aware of any changes that happen. Last couple of seconds. And stop. Okay, 1 minute break. Then you're into lower body strength. So weighted wall sit, roller squats, so you need a foam roller, left and right, hamstring raise, and squat jump to finish off. Just remember that the main difference with roller squats, if it's a rear foot, if you haven't got a foam roller, just do rear foot elevated like normal. But here you're trying to develop the ability to push effectively from a crouch position. That's going to have more of an impact on your starts and turns than just doing more and more jump work. So, wall sits in 2, 1, go. So 35 on, 10 off. Last couple of seconds, and stop. And then roll the squat in 2, 1, go. So these should get quite easy after, like, I only intend on them being in the program potentially for 1 more week. Then we can go on to proper single leg squats. So from here, relax, switch sides. So you're trying to stay tall the whole time. If you lean forward, it gets easier. 2, 1, go. That's the same side. Forward. So you get better with this exercise. It's all down to neuromuscular efficiency rather than growing muscle, which is why it takes a bit less time to get better at it. And then stop into hamstring raise. Two, one, go. And switch sides. So it's almost like the roller squat and then the raises today are more about priming you for your jumps so you can get more out of them. Relax. And then split jumps. Just focusing on maximal height. In 2, 1, go. Just make sure your landings are consistent. Try to keep your movement speed to a minimum. And relax. So you probably find you can jump higher if you have a slow build off the ground. But to get the most out of this session, you've got to try and move as quick as you can. If you want to have an improvement in your movement speed anyway. So, moving into wall sits again. 2, 1, go. Last 10 seconds of wall sit. Okay, and stop. Roll the squat. 2, 1, go. So make sure once you've taken a knee, bring your lead leg quite close. Rest as much as you can, stay tall. And then relax. Swap sides. And 2, 1. Go. So the hardest bit is not pushing through your back leg. So even from there, it's possible to push quite hard with it. You want all the work to come from your front leg. So that feels pretty much like near enough of 1 rep max squat. So it's all your effort to just push that front leg. Then relax into hamstrings. Two, one, go. If you haven't done holds this week, you can do them now. Switch sides. So you're just programming maximal effort and open hip position. And stop. So hopefully today all that effort just stays above your hamstring. Then in split jump. In 2, 1, go. So then go from static to a small canter movement, or pause from the halfway position. So you'll start to figure out which position you're strongest from. And relax. As some of you we already know, like a pure sprinter, you're going to start to lose height quicker. You'll have an amazing start. So you're the kind of people that need to take a bit longer rest in between. If you start to suffer, if you jump like halves, if you jump like halves, you've got to take a bit more rest. We'll waltz it to finish off today. Round 3, 2, 1, go. And stop. Roll the squat. Okay, 2, 1, go. If you start to get tired, just go from the bottom up. This session might seem a little bit dry, but it's definitely one of your best opportunities to improve your starts and your push off the walls. Okay, last few seconds. And swap legs. Relax. Good. 2, 1, go. Ten seconds left. So you're trying to get an even push to the middle of your foot. And relax. Hamstring raise in 2, 1, go. try and go a little bit further away than normal because you're splitting the effort between the legs. Then swap sides. And relax. Let's finish off today's session with some split jumps. So I'm going to go full counter movement on this one. 2, 1, go. So swing your arms if you wish. So just want to make sure that you go as fast as you can from the bottom to the top. So the difference would be compared to make sure you're still absorbing the landings. And relax. So trying to change jump technique is a lot harder than just grinding out mindlessly, gritting your teeth and working hard. It takes conscious effort that is going to pay off the more you commit to it. So foam rolling is part of the recovery today. I'm going to cover all the challenges. Just while I get my breath back. Don't want to lie down breathing heavy. So it's Thursday. Today's gym session's all upper body focused. So towel press up, seated overhead press. If you want to make them more challenging, the lighter weight, you can go instead of sitting on a table, holding like a V-sit position, so like here, and then trying to press. It's easier if you've got 2 objects, so you don't have to try and clear your head, but give that a try. Feet up, strong back. For those that are struggling for weights, if you've got proper weights, then don't try and go with a really heavy, don't try and push half your body weight overhead to begin with on that one. Then weight rows and pull-ups, same one as always, lateral raise. The hold is what's going to give you the most benefit. So if it's a lightweight, just throw an extra hold here, whether it's 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and control down. Don't just fire through them because you haven't got a heavy weight. It doesn't take a lot of weight to make that very challenging, or just go for holds. So instead of doing 6 reps, just try and get about 30 seconds of holding up here. And a slow return. Towel press up, keep changing your position. So if you start at the bottom, and then the next round go a bit higher. So you want to cover that full spectrum from here to about there, across all the rounds. If you find that you're struggling with joints start to hurt, just take a little bit longer to build up to your max. So maybe instead of 5 seconds, take 8 and just ramp it up so the last 2 seconds are maximal. And go from there. And then today's challenge is sprints. So 100, 200 or 300 meters 3 times depending on what group you're in and what you consider your number 1. You need to get 60 seconds of rest per 100 meters that you run. So after today's recovery, if you've got questions, there's the time to ask them, or ask them before you do the session and start making up changes. So quads, so especially after jump training, foam rolling is probably going to be a better option for you. Instead of static stretching, because it just better complements the work that you've just done. And switch legs. So the better you feel, the more adventurous you might want to be with the rolling. So you'll have days where you just want to sort of sit on it and let your body weight do its job. It's always good to try and move that mobility. Work forward if you can. Into hamstring. flossing backwards and forwards, trying to drive your heel away from your head. And then just try and relax. See if you sink down onto the roller, and then swap over. And if you still don't feel this one working, then just go for a block stretch. And just move in and out of that position dynamically. Instead of holding it, we try and make it a bit more dynamic. Just crouch down, lift your hips, relax and stand up. Go in and out of that position. It might feel more comfortable and you'll get more results. Okay, then you go into hip. Especially if you've done the over-under slowly, you're going to feel a bit more tension in the outside of your hip than normal. Try and stay both feet off the ground. Make sure you turn the right foot. So if the left hip's on the roller, you're going to cross over your left foot onto your right. And then swap sides. So you might find you can get both feet off the ground if you drop to your forearms. Just try and figure out, there's all sorts of ways to manipulate your body in space without full control. If you find you can't balance, there's probably something you can do to mitigate that. Get into lats. Again, if these are feeling tight, you can always retest it again by doing that streamline to wall. So find sleeper stretch positions, so internally and externally rotate. You might find you get more feedback in one position, but your response might be the exact opposite to someone else, which is why exploring is the most important part of this. Swap sides. And then switch. Didn't even have to move on that one. So chest. Or you can do triceps as well. So you might find that you've got a limitation in your range of motion at shoulder. It can be because of your triceps sometimes. So to get that, just try and relax as much of your body weight as you feel confident doing. That. And bend your elbow and straighten it. Just make sure if you put 3 fingers onto the back of your elbow here, do not want to roll that portion of the back of your arm because that's all tendon. So from the point of your elbow, just measure that gap and don't roll that low. So you can go backwards and forwards as well. If you lie overhead, side to side, and all the way up into your shoulder joint. And swap sides. Some of you have tried this in the S&C suite with the barbells. You just flop your arm over the barbell and roll it backwards and forwards. It's much the same. It's not as cold and you get more control. So you can put your other hand under the roller. Just go backwards and forwards like that. Try and relax your arm. If you find a sticking point, bend your elbow and straighten it. Get right up inside your shoulder. And see if that changes anything for you. And then we'll leave it there. But start considering it. That's it from me today. So thanks to everyone for watching live. And then everyone in Guildford City wants to wish you a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.